Hello, everyone's everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 7. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Before we get into this review, let's get into some comments. Uma's Storytime World says, you're right about wearing clothes on the bed and not Senior Citizen Harris. I mean, y'all seen Wendy when she with her braids. The braid, it's a lot of hair going on. It's baby hairs. It's small. I don't know if you can see on mine, but like baby hairs, it's enough to swoop and blend in. What Wendy got going on is senior citizens where they can be their own braid. That was bothering me. But other than that, I am all here for Wendy and the confidence that she has in herself. So Karen, Wendy, and Skylar are trying to figure out how to get this go-kart moving so they can get to the bigger house so that all the ladies can have dinner. What other ladies like, I don't know if it was like dinner is gonna be at this time or what, but they was like, we're gonna go ahead and start eating. But as soon as Wendy, Karen, and Skylar get there, all of a sudden Gizelle needs to leave and tells Robin, get your plate and you come on too. Like, first of all, I likes to eat. And once I sit down, I don't want to have to get up for anything. So I make sure I got everything. I got my fork, spoon, knife, napkins, something to drink. Everything that is cooked that I like, I get it. So then I can sit down and enjoy my food. Ain't no way in the world that you gonna come up and like get your plate and go. No, I'm sitting right here where I'm comfortable. I'm not going outside on the patio where I gotta hunch over to a smaller table to eat. Nope, this table is right proportion for me to eat. I'm not getting up. But that is just me. But Robin went on ahead and hopped up and didn't ask questions. Well, Karen expresses her concerns about the comments towards Candace's marriage that she found it disrespectful. And Candace was basically, she says she has come to learn ooh, child, couldn't get the words out, that Gizelle is not capable of couth 24 hours a day. I was like, yes. I mean, when you right, you're right. Mia says that is Gizelle and everyone else's business because something's not right in here. And then I was like, look at you learning. Yes. It was funny when Gizelle and Robin got up and the style was like, well, maybe they're going to be, getting our workout at rope, swim ropes together. And Karen was like, oh, so naive, so naive. I was like, nothing told them, nothing about Gizelle and Robin said they were about to go do something that was beneficial to others. Well, back to them. Like I said, I'm not finna get up from my comfortable seat to be doggone hunched over this table just for my friend to tell me that you can't have your husband out here telling you that you are unattractive. I was like, so you came out here to insult me? I'm trying to eat. This is not what I wanted this time of the morning. Robin says she does not see in herself what other people see in her. Is she scared to succeed? Because what if she loses things again? And Robin was like, you a beautiful woman. You got this, Robin. She trying to encourage her. And she's like, well, maybe you can call some retailers. And this is when Robin says, well, it's some major retailers. I think she said like Macy's and some other places have contacted her about getting her hats and her apparel in their stores. And I looked at her like, Giselle looked at her like, what? Hold on. You mean to tell me, Robin Dixon, did these people have contacted you and you didn't have to contact them and you just ignoring their phone calls? Now, this is me talking. Robin, this is what you're supposed to be doing on these shows. You were on this show. These people, major department stores, like your hats. You're supposed to be out here making this money. But for whatever reason, she's not motivated to do that. And now I can kind of see why Juan is upset. Like, girl, what is it about money that you just don't like it? You already gave all y'all money away to y'all, which y'all thought was a friend for an investment, which that was stupid. We just gonna talk about that right quick. That right there was stupid to me. You don't give all your money away. I say if y'all was balling like that, okay, I have $10,000. I can just say, the boys' college funds. That's it. All our houses is paid off, cars paid off. We got a nice little nest egg going. So in the savings, we got $10,000. That's not all of our savings, but that's a small portion of the savings. Here's this $10,000 for you to invest. And that does whatever it does. And if it doesn't go anywhere, that's fine. You haven't spent all of your money. Now you got opportunity where you can be making some money. And like I said, I can see why Juan is upset. It's like, girl, now we got a chance to be, bringing some money into the household. And you over here, you don't want to, you not getting back in contact with these retailers. That doesn't sound like it's retailers. I don't know why that don't sound right to me, but y'all know what these department stores. Yeah. Even Giselle's looking like, girl, I would break your leg and mine to get into one of these stores. Cause every Hugh, I don't know what happened to that. Let her tell you that the pandemic and cause, some trouble with that. But look, you could be like popping back out here now. Cause look, Robin, she out here, she will allege she's out here, getting calls from department stores. Giselle's over there doggone season. Giselle says that doing water aerobics 3 times a week has helped get her body right and tight. Now, I can say this. You do, swimming is quite an exercise. I can tell you that. One summer, I spent like every Sunday after church, I would go over my cousin's house and her husband would barbecue and we would swim and have us swim for hours. Now, when I say swimming, I don't mean I'm doggone one of these people. I'm more of I'm in the shallow end and I may get up underwater and pop back up and I may get on the floaty and kind of like scooch myself on down there to the deep end where everybody else. I wasn't actually swimming, but I still worked up me a good exercise while doing that. And I'm telling you, had some good sleep that evening, every evening after swimming. And the pool was heated too. That was my first time being inside of a heated pool. I'm so used to getting in the pool and when I ain't swam I don't know how long, but getting in the pool and standing there letting my body just dunking, child, that heated pool, I could just get in and put my head down. But like after a while, your body adjusts to the temperature of the pool. That's the only downside. But then again, it was like dark at the time. But yeah, water aerobics, they was in there splashing around. Giselle was telling them what they should be doing. Ashley shows up, and this is when Wendy was like, okay, y'all was talking about my body. Now y'all really gonna be talking about my body. Let me give you some of this Baywatch. And Ashley's like, well, all right then. All right. Wendy continued to show off that body. Shoot, if I doggone it, my body was right and tight like that, shoot, I'd be over here wearing doggone it. I'd be messing around wearing bodycon dresses and cat suits myself. So Ashley lets us know that she has encapsulated her placenta and put it in a pill. No, that's still encapsulated. She encapsulated her placenta so she could eat it. And she's talking about something. I'm feeling better already. Now I'm wondering who was the first person that thought, let me eat my placenta or encapsulate my placenta? What was the thought going through their mind? I'm just wondering, what was the thought that you should be doing that? I'm not judging anybody, but I was like, that don't seem right. But hey, to each his own. Giselle tells Ashley, we have all seen the changes in Wendy. And you used to be a girl of substance. Now you've changed. I was like, um, your bestie over here sleeping till 12 and noon. And she seems to not be doing anything to help her son with his grades slipping. Now, granted, a lot of kids' grades slip during the pandemic because some kids, they just not virtual learners. They need to be in a classroom and like that. But still, at the same time, are you doing anything to try to help your son? And it seems like you're not. Ashley over here talking about we've all had all rumors about all of us, but we haven't changed drastically. I was like, Wendy, y'all are acting like Wendy already had her body together and then she went out there and did some major things. She did things that fit her frame. It's just that her breasts at the time, they haven't settled and dropped just a little like they're supposed to. The waist is nice size. She didn't go out here and get doggone it too much of booty put into her booty. She put something that was in her frame. She wasn't out here doggone getting doggone big old lips and doggone Botox and the face lips and all that stuff. She was working on the areas that, she had problems with carrying 3 children. And like I said before, I'm pretty sure that Gizelle and Robin probably had them a little mommy makeover once they got done having their kids. It's just that they wasn't on the show yet for anybody to talk about it. So Ashley brings up Giselle coming for everyone. Wendy says if Giselle was her friend, she would have put her to the side. She said, I heard that you was crying on Karen. And she's like, yes, I cried because I was hurt. I thought y'all was my friends, and Gizelle was over talking about something I don't have substance, and I must be dealing with something because I had this mommy makeover. And Karen, on the other hand, poured love into me. So this is when Gizelle was like, "Well, yeah, Candace and Karen had that mommy dearest daughter relationship last season. You see where they're at. Wendy is not coming to Karen as a mother figure. Wendy went to Karen as a friend. Yes, they had all that mess last season, but they squashed all that stuff. Karen came to her and was like, don't explain nothing to these ladies. Don't be covering up yourself just because of them. Be you. So y'all, look at my nails. We got some pink, a darker pink, but it's coming up light. Another light pink butterflies. That same first darker pink, lighter pink with bling, darker pink. Yeah. Y'all know I always gotta bring up my nails. Mia jumping in talking about some when I see a woman who is more revealing, I need to check in. I'm like, Mia, this is when it wasn't your turn to talk. It wasn't. And what I think is Wendy is on vacation. Wendy has this new body. Wendy can now wear the fashions that she wants to, and she's going to be showing them off in her body. But truth be told, like the most it been shown was like her breasts. As far as the swimsuit, doggone it, it was just a higher cut up swimsuit. That was it. She is not out here in doggone lingerie all the time. She's not. She's just wearing clothes and now she feels comfortable with. Well, Wendy says this is why people who have plastic surgery don't say nothing. Here goes Ashley. It's not just the plastic surgery. We're talking about the difference in your behavior. First of all, Ashley, before you had kids, you was out here doggone showing off your body because why? You was more comfortable in your skin then. But now that you've had, 2 kids and you ain't this small girl no more, you're not doing that. And your attitude has changed as well because even though you ain't as messy as you was before, you still up there. you are not as messy as you were when you first started out. So therefore, your attitude has changed. I mean, for a little bit for the better, but still has changed. Candace, I agree. Ashley, you got to hear, and why are you inserting yourself into something you know nothing about? Yes, you ain't. You first of all, you ain't really been around the group because you had a baby 2 weeks ago. So you over here jumping in business you don't know nothing about. And Giselle and all her and I were talking about some. Well, you're talking to us like we're on CNN, and this is a little combat. This isn't a combative contest. So Wendy's getting on her phone. Boo, 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 boo. Here go Robin. You know, she got to jump to this Giselle's fence, even though nobody's really jumping down Giselle. She's talking to you and you're looking on your phone. She's like, yes, I was seeing if I was scheduled to be on CNN tomorrow. She's acting like Wendy is the first person to be combative on these type of shows. Like, that's what y'all all do. What gets me about reality shows is they like to pick and choose who can do something. And it's like I don't know how they don't see it. And it's maybe they just don't care. Wendy decides to jump in and talk about, well, yesterday you were wearing a thong coming out of your swimsuit. Wendy's like, it was from Zara. Well, Victoria's Secret puts outfits together, but we weren't wearing them on the bus. Okay. Wendy's like, you have this whole past, and I've never judged you for being a stripper. But Wendy feels like she's being judged. I wasn't a stripper. I was an entertainer at a 5-star restaurant where we served steak and lobster. And Wendy's like, weren't there strippers there? They weren't strippers. They were entertainers. This is when Giselle pipes in, but they took their clothes off like strippers. Yes, they took their clothes off. Mia, first of all, take note. You see how Wendy and Giselle were going at it, and you thought you would jump in defense of Giselle coming at Wendy, and Giselle came at Wendy, but still had time to doggone jumping like, well, they were strippers. They took their clothes off, so therefore they were strippers. She did all that. I need you to take a note of that because even though she was going back and forth with Wendy, she still had time, even though you was coming to her defense, to call you out on your lies. I just want her to know that. And this when Bravo rolled that beautiful bean footage where she said she was a stripper. Wendy, see, this is my issue with you. You like to lie a lot. You started off saying that you was a stripper. You met your husband there. You stopped stripping. But then I was in ball gowns and the ladies there were in ball gowns and all this stuff. But you said you were a stripper. Child. And then she in her commentary, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Wendy says, I find it rich the commentary coming from you. Giselle jumps in. So basically you're saying because she has a past, she can't have she can't have commentary. That's not right. That's not right. Wendy's like, look here, you heard what I said, and that is not what I said. I was like, you better tell him, Wendy. You better tell him. And when Bea in her confessional, she talking about something. In the past, I've worked at Gentlemen's Club to provide for my babies. And I was like, babies, that's plural. So then I'm up here trying to do the math in the timeline because Wendy says she has 3 kids, right? Her first child is teenager, preteen. Okay, that he's from a previous relationship. 2 younger kids are by her husband, G. But she said she was out here working in gentlemen's clubs to take care of the kids. And I'm just trying to figure out how are you taking care of kids when you suppose what you got with G while you was still a stripper, got pregnant, and y'all hadn't gotten married yet, and you was still providing. I don't know. Am I the only one that was confused about that statement? Y'all leave a comment below and tell me. Wendy pipes in, my chocolate husband loves me and is happy and glad that I'm happy. Candace, I agree with you wholeheartedly. She said, "How is Giselle?" If Candace said again, I said, Candace, again, I agree. If we're going to judge anybody's fashions, Giselle will be sentenced to life in prison up under somebody's jail." And I'm like, Candace, you are just making this. You and Wendy are making this episode, and I so do appreciate it. I so do. The ladies are testing. They didn't skip from that. They didn't went home. They tasting whiskey. And the man there, he's trying to tell them, oh, this got applewood smoke, and this is, this and that and the other. They got 4 different types of whiskey. This got a little peppery taste, and this don't. Robin is throwing them back, not listening to a word this man is saying. I'm like, this is what we're doing? Okay. So I guess Gizelle gave passed the baton to Ashley to go bring the questions to Wendy because she seen how Wendy was acting earlier and she wanted nothing to do with that. So Ashley tells Wendy about the rumors and says, "You can stop right there." And she says it's a lie. Okay. Wendy feels if Gizelle had information and she was so concerned, why didn't she come to me first? Why did she bring this information to you and you bring it to me? Because y'all remember what Ashley said, well, maybe you should talk to Wendy yourself about these rumors. Why bring up the rumors in the first place? Because y'all keep on saying over and over again, we don't believe it's true. So if you don't believe it's true, what is the point of bringing up the rumors? Because you don't want nobody else in your business. The difference between, well, this ain't even no difference between what Candace did and what Ashley did. Candace got a message and a picture about Michael and she took it to Ashley. And then it just turns out the doggone everything she said was true. It was like a lot more than that. What Ashley and Gizelle are doing, we're going to take this rumor, which we keep on saying that we don't believe, and we're going to take it to Wendy. And Wendy says she hears and reads bad things about the whole group all the time, but she doesn't bring it to them. She said, if y'all decided to bring up something about my husband, if that's what we're doing, then go ahead and bring it. Wendy comes back in and when it comes in, enough of the twerking, let's have it. We need to have a conversation. She said Ashley came to me about something y'all been talking about in the blogs, and Candace was like, "Who's we?" She said, "Okay, where am I at? Let's be clear. Don't attack my husband. That's something I don't play with." And she said, "What is her name?" Giselle was like, "Why are you looking at me?" She's like, "Because Ashley is the one said you were talking about it with her. I'm putting you on notice. Don't play with my husband's name." We also said it wasn't true. If it's and it's not about it being true. It's that you didn't have the dignity to come to me as a woman and have this conversation. You sent Ashley to do it because you didn't want that smoke from Wendy if you brought it to her. But Wendy decided, I'm gonna bring you this smoke anyway. This is what I'm gonna do. Robin jumps in because she wants to know who said it. She's like, your friend will tell you. Which I'm surprised Gizelle hadn't already told her. I'm surprised Gizelle went to Ashley before she went to Robin with this rumor. But anyways, Wendy says Gizelle doesn't understand the parameters of people's husbands because she doesn't have a relationship that can hold water. This is when she was doggone it, giving Gizelle the finishing move. So I see you for everything people said you were. The life you are living now is God paying you back for all the BS you have done. Live in your truth because God is paying you back. Then she went outside to cool herself off, but then she had to come back in. She's like, imagine being with a man who sleeps around all over Baltimore and everyone knows it, and you continue to be with this person And you must have low self. You must have low self esteem. That's what I said. Okay, Ashley is like, you know what? I'm going to get my breast milk and I'm going to leave out here. After all the mess that she started, she gave them the church finger and like, I'm going to walk out right quick. Yes, I'm going to leave right now. Mm-mm. And Candace like, why would you come here with all this mess? Why would you do that? It's not that she came here with the mess. She was given instructions by Gizelle to come here with the mess. Because if we're talking about Wendy, we're not talking about Gizelle. But Wendy let it be known, if you're going to be bringing me up, then I'm going to bring you up. And all the rumors that have been happening about Jamal. But here's the thing about Wendy. Y'all keep on talking about how she's dressing and all that stuff. She's not in the classroom teaching. No. She's not on CNN or wherever she is, MSNBC, whatever those stations, wherever she does her political commentary, she's not wearing that at her job, at those two jobs. Now, her job being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, nope, of Potomac, that's when she's wearing those type of outfits. Because this show is all about being the glamour and glitz and the rich ladies and their outfits and their travels and their lunches and their lifestyle. Wendy is only doing what she's supposed to be doing. It's just that Gizelle doesn't understand it because Gizelle doesn't have fashion. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face spits of a video. You can click on it, you can like it, and you share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.